All right. So, do you need peace treaties, spiritual peace treaties? The answer is yes. People get, again, mind attacks. So let's say, for example, I'm driving, right? And when you go for your driver's license, the things that they ask you is like license. Your perception, eye. How far can you see? Do you need glasses? And then you take the examination about, what is the sign? Is it curve? Make a left, make a right. Stop at the red light. Yellow, slow down, and then it's green, right? So all of these things that you learn, but you don't learn, is that you can be spiritually attacked, right? Spiritually attacked, meaning they can attack your mind spiritually, right? Remember, mind manipulation, mind persuasion, mind occupation, right? Because people get really talented at attacking, pedestrian civilians, right? So you don't have a peace treaty, spiritual peace treaty, right? Separation between church and state. You don't have a peace treaty, right? And this is how your constitution is, right? So I'm for the United States of Latin America. I'm for God and country, because you need God and country, because there's spiritual warfare, whether it's domestic or external, right? Because spiritual warfare is transient, right? It has no borders. That means a high priest can take over my province in Puerto Rico, and then I got to be the Godhead to fight a different Godhead. God knows how, what kind of army He has, right? So take that and conceptualize it for a second and pray, and always be prayerful. Don't forget to stop. Don't listen to other critics and tell you, "Oh, don't pray. It's old school." Pray. Whatever you do, just pray. So let's take into thought, as you're driving, you might think that you're not going to be attacked. I'm driving. My wife is next to me. Who's going to do a spiritual ambush against me? But the answer is yes. People do spiritual ambushes. Yes. Not only do you need a spiritual treaty, not only do you need spiritual treaties, you know how many sects there are in Puerto Rico? Protestant, Catholics, Islam, Buddhists, God knows, and that's just people who say they're people of the book. They're people who are in the people of the book, but they are against the people of the book that are in the faith. You understand? So, and then conceptualize the people who are out of the faith, right? As they say, modernity, right? Okay, so now I'm traveling on the road, and all of a sudden I get ambushed, right? I pass the red light or something like that, and that can be because of what? Spiritual warfare. Now, how many years has Europe been in spiritual warfare? 30 to 80 years. Napoleon had to fight the British, the Russians. He went continental. Okay? Defending France. Okay? So if you think for a second that there is no spiritual warfare, then why are there so many sectarian, and why are there so many people who disbelieve in God and the last day? That's spiritual. All of that is spiritual warfare. If you go to your coworker or you're driving, hey, I'm going to McDonald's. Hey, can I have a big Happy Meal, Big Mac it? Somebody comes out, zombie-ish. You think you're there for the food, but they're really there for you? Well, that's how it is. You can get spiritually ambushed while you're traveling. And if you don't have a treaty to travel peacefully, you can be ambushed spiritually, because you don't have a peace treaty. So this little zombie-ish comes out with her Big Mac, and before you know, I'm out there trying to, consume it, and she's out there trying to consume me. So then I have to put the pedal to the metal and be out. Because this world is where it is. Sin to death. What does that mean? Too many dead zombies. Take care and God bless.